In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a rear strut in a 2011 Impala. First, I'm going to check it, show you what a good one and a bad one looks like. As you can see, I yank right up here. This is nice and tight. There's really no play. I'm going to go to the other side. Now we're going to yank on this side. You see the wheel moving. Here, I'll do it slower. You can hear the clunk. You can see the wheel moving outwards. First, we're going to jack the car up and remove the tire. We're going to skip that process because I have another video on how to do that. So, next process will be how to remove the strut. Yeah, first thing I want to do is I'm going to spray these bolts right here with WD-40 and let them sit. Let them soak in. If you have PV Blaster, I recommend PV Blaster or whatever else rust penetrant that you use. Let it soak in. Then hit it with the air gun. Alright. While we're waiting, we're going to remove the two 13mm brackets, or two 13mm bolts that are holding the caliper in. Right here, the caliper bracket. One here and one here. Position the light a little better. Get you in a little closer. I'm removing this so I can get the air gun to hit these two nuts that are on these bolts to hold in the strut in. Now we're going to remove the caliper bracket after I remove the two bolts. Probably should come up pretty easy. Careful not to scratch up your pads. And then support it up. Tuck it away here again. You can use a bungee or whatever to support it, but I'll just rest it here on this bracket. Alright. Sway bar end link. So we're removing the bottom, which is 18mm nut on the one side, the far side, where I'm pointing at right now, and it's 14 on the inside. So this one's coming off pretty easy. We're going to replace the sway bar end link for the obvious reasons, okay? So we're going to remove this. We're going to use the 14mm to hold the stop nut on the one side, and we're using the 18 to remove the nut that's holding the sway bar end link onto the sway bar. Go ahead. Alright, so we got the nut off the sway bar end link, and then we just pull the sway bar end link out like so. Alright, now we're going to remove these two bolts, or nuts right here. Alright, we got a adjustable over here to hold the nut from moving, and we got 21mm on this side. I'm going to break these free. And we're going to do the same for the bottom. Alright. We'll remove the bolts, and then we'll remove the ones in the trunk. I'll give you the big... Alright. We're going to loosen the bolts up on the top of the strut. Here we're in the trunk, and you can access the strut mounting bolts on top by removing your cloth cover here. Looking back here, a lot of movement on the camera. You'll see them right there. 1, 2, 3, and there's the cover for the strut top. And here's the, I have a strut right here in the trunk that we're going to throw on. Where's that? Right there it is. And these are the bolts I'm talking about, the mounting nut bolts. That's them right there. So we're going to remove them. Alright, he's going to break them free. There's 3 of them, and there's one behind that big bubble. Use better lighting. It's 15 millimeter. If I didn't mention that before, he's got a ratchet wrench, and he's using the 15 millimeter deep socket. By the way, the bubble does pull out. That way you have access to all 3 bolts. For the back one's really tight, so we're using a 15 millimeter crow's foot, ratcheting crow's foot with an extension. Show them the crow's foot. That's what it looks like. It's made by Blue Point, so we'll try to find you one and put a link in the description below so you can purchase these. These things are sweet. Now that we loosened the top bolts off, I started hammering this one out. I forgot to hit the record button. I left the nut on this side so I wouldn't damage the threads. I'm hammering on this side, like so. This is coming out. I'm going to do the same for the bottom. So it's been in there quite a while, so you might have to fight with it. So I'm going to remove those right now, and then I'll record the process of me removing the whole strut. Now we're going to finish removing the nuts. From the top mount. Remove all 3 of them. Now we're going to go down below. Alright, now we got the bolts out up top. Now we're going to remove these 2 bolts down here. They're holding these in. I put the adjustable on here to wiggle it so I can get some play out of it. Remove 1 bolt. Give it a little wiggle to get it up. And then you go, you're free. Pull this out. And your strut's loose. And you can take your strut out. Right away, just pull it out. Try not to hit your side of your car. Pull your strut out. Just like that. As you can see right here, the rubber busted from, you know, age, dry rot. Should look like this, brand new, nice and tight. So now we're going to put this new one in with the old one, side by side comparison. Okay, put the new one in. All right, now we're going to put this strut in. We'll put the bottom in first, so you can clear of everything, not to hit the side of the car. Get some clearance, like so. You go like that. Then you go up, line your bolts up top. Alright, we'll put the top one in first. Make sure this is facing the front. We started 3 nuts, but we left a little play in there so we can maneuver it. Then we'll put the bottom bolts in. Remember I said leave this in the front for the sway bar end links. Now we're going to line this bottom piece up, put the 2 bolts in. Now make sure this is loose so you're able to do that. Put this up. Get your bolts. Adjustable on there so you can manipulate it. Give it a little wiggle to get your bolts in. Get the first one started. Do the bottom one. And there you go. Installation in reverse. Make sure you tighten up your sway bar end links and put your caliper back on your wheel, tighten everything down, and then you're good to go. I strongly recommend you get an alignment after this is done. Any questions, please comment below. I hope this video was helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. There's the final product. Just in case you guys want a good visual. Again, thanks for watching.